Well, the thing was, back in the old days, people used to exchange gold and items for food. Like you could trade, you could buy like 200 stalks of hay, or 200 grain barrels, or 200 oat barrels of food on the stock market. And that would, like I said, the stock market of the old days was quite a bit different. You'd go to the stock market, and the stock market was basically literally stock, like it was literally like whatever, like it was like a trade post. There were stock markets back in Roman times, and you would go to these markets, and you'd be like, yeah, I need 200 barrels of oats, and I'm gonna need I need 50 horses. What do you got? And depending on that day, they might have 30 horses, they might have 29, or they might be sold. And it might be, well, I already sold I have like 90 horses, but I already got them sold practically. You're gonna have to go talk to that other guy over there, and maybe he'll accept only five horses left, and then you can get your 30 horses. But my price is this, by the way. This is what I sold them for. And then you go talk to that guy, and that guy's like, well, I really need those horses. Or that guy's like, well, tell you what, you give me a horse and a half price, and I'll just take 5 less. Or I'll take 15 less. And so those people would be like, well, all right. Or those people pull a gun and be like, how about I take them all? Yeah. Yeah. And so the stock market, back in the old days, the stock market was quite a bit different because some people are like, well, you already paid for them, right? And then just and be like, I'll take those 29 horses now, sir. And that's the way it went. So anyway, so the stock market, I was like, and I'm kind of watching all this go on, and I'm like, like, I don't know. Weird. Anyway, so because like I'm the humanities creator, so and the creator of 800 Galaxies, so I'm just kind of like around, and so like I'm seeing all that, and I don't really like it. I'm like, you really shouldn't do that. And maybe you should try working with them. Anyway, and so like a lot of things happen, and so the whole thing that the way the stock market was, and eventually we get the ticker tape, and then we get, like I said, mostly when we get the ticker tape and we get communications, and before the ticker tape, we actually have CB radios, and you could be like, yeah, I'm gonna need 29 horses, and over route, click, and that's partly what I think Paris Tower does too a little bit, is because we can communicate, and like I say, some around the Eiffel Tower, some around these towers, like people could actually bid on other things in other houses, be like, yeah, I need what's called. Anyway, people worked it out, and it was kind of like this loose, like where everybody kind of shares and helps out a little bit. And so, like, there's these other stages to the stock market that are even mentioned on it. Basically, the old stock markets, and how the stock market used to work, the small time stock markets, because there used to be like 50 or 80 stock markets, and then I kind of like bought them all up, and because some of them were also kind of fake, like you'd go and you'd be like, yeah, Williams Trading Post, or William Bob's Trading Post, yeah, over and out, yeah, I got, yeah, send over your gold, and I'll give you the 50 horses. And sometimes, like, you would go get 50 horses, and you'd have your gold with you, or your money with you, and you'd get there, and well, what you got, you got hogtied, maybe even eaten when you got there. So, I mean, the stock, there's a lot of stuff happening. I mean, it was basically unregulated before, and it wasn't until I got my first cities and I got my stock markets that and regulation and money and stuff, that things started to kind of like come together. And a lot of things changed over the years, like I say. And basically, I was rich. I invented flight and steam power and everything else, and I was basically like super rich. And some people would only they'd only trust me, and they like to be with me. Like I said, I mean, I'm 800 Galaxies, and part of epic creation and everything else. Almost magical, people would say. And anyway, though, a lot of things change, a lot of things happen. You know, I'm the great Lucifer star, and you know, create a name for myself by buying up things. And like I said, when the stock market crashes, you know, I'm like, it's okay, we can work through this, because there's a lot of cars and a lot of junk stuff that was being sold, and then people buy it for high prices, thinking that's a good product, and then they find out it's like two pieces of yarn and a stick, and like it's like your everything dishwasher, and it's like a box. you know, there's a lot of fraud going on, and stuff like that. And you know, I get it straightened out, and I'm like, well, I guess I can sell it at a discount, you know, and like I would try and you know the first loan or whatever, I'd be like, well, I really need the money, but you know, tell you what, I'll sell like some of them for like half off or something like that, and you can just owe me the rest of the money. You know, I'll take, you know, and so people would come up with more money, but they'd be buying a real product. So, you know, I found ways around like the whole stock market crash and other people's thieving. And meanwhile, other people are like, we're rich, and they're running off, and it's like, okay, go after those guys. So anyway, a lot of things happen, a lot of things change, a lot of people get away with a lot of stuff, and then I have them hunted down. Because, or the other people, like, then they go after the people that had stolen from them. So a lot of stuff happens.